Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time today. This movie is so much fun. I found myself laughing throughout so much of it, but really enjoying, like, there's some heart in this thing too. I'm not gonna lie, there's a little bit of heart. I kind of love it. My first question, I need to know, were any donuts harmed in the making of this movie? Because I feel like some of them must have got smashed.
Lots of donuts were harmed. Yeah.
That's sad. I was
got consumed.
No, but and I also need to know if that snake was real. There's that snake around the neck in that one real quick scene. Please tell me that wasn't a real snake.
That was real, yeah. And it started to coil around my neck at a point where I got a little scared. It's funny because it's supposed to be like the ultimate image of machismo. And I was like, and like in between takes, I was like, is this gonna kill me?
That thing was scary. Did you guys get to see the snake at all, or was it just him?
I didn't know.
I saw it.
You did? Did you touch it?
No, because that was Carson's lucky animal. I don't want to steal his luck. You know, I'm good people.
That thing terrified. Snakes are not my thing. So
it was a real spider as well. That was a baby.
That was a real spider too? Oh, why? Why would you do that to yourself? Ugh. Okay.
I like spiders.
I love spiders and snakes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, you are braver than I am. Those are like two like biggest, no thank you. Spiders have too many legs and eyes. Not a fan. But Carson, I'm curious. So what really inspired this movie for you?
I think the deepest inspiration for it was just there's a lot of people in my family like these characters, and I haven't seen them depicted on screen, and I just wanted to show them and make something light out of it, even though it wasn't always the lightest stuff in my life. It just was a purging of experience in a lot of ways. So.
And then what drew you to want to work on the film? Olivia, we'll go with you.
I'm friends with Al, and we were going to do a movie together, and then didn't end up doing that. And then he sent me this script, and I read it, and immediately fell in love with these characters, and saw different people in them that I recognized in my life as well. Maybe not as specifically as Carson, because they're people he knows, but yeah, I just saw these interesting people living their lives in a slightly different way than what most people in society. And I got excited at the idea of exploring that, and also getting to work with Al and Carson is something that I really wanted to do. I think Carson is such an amazing writer and is so hilarious, and this script is so unique. So yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot, everything there. There was nothing holding me back.
Al, what made you want to work on this?
Yeah, before this movie, Carson and me, actually, we were supposed to do another movie. And but that movie is, we were waiting for actors read the script. Months and months, nobody read the script. In Hollywood, nobody read the script anymore. So Carson is like, LD, let's, maybe you and me, we should become an actor. If we become a bankable actor, we can put ourselves in the movies. We don't have to wait around. And then I think it's a good idea. And then that triggered my passion. Because for me, I don't want to become I don't want to become a bankable actor. I just want to act. I want to make movies. So it's a great idea. I become bankable. I can get money from the investor to make movies. And then I'm very lucky to be friends with Olivia. And I showed the script to Olivia. Olivia liked it. And then we hit along. I introduced Olivia to Carson. They also like each other in real life. And then we got this movie made. So cool.
Awesome. And in a lot of ways, it was sort of like the ethos that drives making movies as a kid at home, where you just grab the camera and make it with your friends. Luckily, Olivia is professional, so I could use her performance to edit the scenes, because Al and I are all over the place doing different things in every take. But Olivia knew no, you got to do the same. We need coverage here. Provided that for me, and then I would she was a very good hinge for those scenes.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Like, I feel like there's got to be a ton of fantastic bloopers that just didn't get into this thing, or is a lot of it, especially since you wrote and directed it, like, were you changing things on the fly while you were filming?
Yeah, but it was mostly stuck to the script. Like we didn't go too crazy. There were things that we built in for improvisation, like all of the scenes in the mall. We shot those with a really long lens zoomed in, and it was all improv. We wanted it to almost feel like a prank show. You know what I mean? Like, like these are real people we're confronting. They weren't. They were all actors, but I think
they were. I thought for a second. I was curious if they were real people.
No, they weren't. But one of the great things about directing is that in casting, I just got up there with them, so they weren't reading against like a casting director's assistant. I would go up there and just do what I thought a version of the scene would be, and then when they reacted real, one of the actors, who I'm forgetting her name, but she's the one who asks Al if he's like needs a guardian or if he's supposed to be alone. She was so great in the audition. She took her phone out, took a fake phone call, and I kept trying to. We get off the phone, and she's like, "Give me a second," and I was like, "Oh, this is someone who will, very much in the way she does in the film, take the scene and do her thing with it," which I thought was really cool to have in the middle of that montage that's very much driven by our characters being annoying.
That's one of the best scenes. It's so fun, and that's crazy because I really did feel like they were just random people that you were talking to, so it works out well. But so are there any challenges being like in front of and behind the camera when you're filming something like this?
Yeah, a lot. I would say like practically the thing you like lose time on, which is the most important thing on set, is you have to watch playback more. So you can't just be watching the scene live and be like, yes, we got it, let's move on. You're like so in it that you have to watch on a monitor afterward. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. So
it's really, really fun. So were you guys affected by the pandemic at all, or did you film this all prior to that?
Al, do you want to field that?
No, we made this movie in 2019, so it was good, but pandemic affect us all emotionally, right? I mean, that's I don't want to get too heavy. So I really hope this movie can bring joy and happiness to people in 2021.
I think it was, like I said, I was cracking up. It was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to watch it again. Actually, this is one of those ones where as soon as it ended, I was like, okay, I want to start it again and see if I can catch some more stuff. So, and I'm excited to show my husband. I told him about massive fan of Silicon Valley, so I was like, listen, you got to watch this movie, promise. And he's like, okay. So I think we're gonna watch it again tonight. So I'm really excited for that.
Okay.
But so for Olivia, are you like your character at all, would you say?
No, I mean, there's aspects to her that I relate to. I think I'm a little friendlier, I would hope, than Bonnie. And I do have a house. I don't live with my sister right now, so those are different. But no, I mean, like Bonnie, I related to her a lot because she seems like a really private person and shut off from the world. And as somebody who has struggled with some social anxieties myself, I related to her in that aspect. And that's the part that was my in with her, is trying to figure out how to be a person. I wanted to play a person who was very inside and around these two characters that are, at least Bill is, everything's coming out of him. He can't like really stop it. And Bonnie is actively stopping things from coming out and trying to conform and trying to just get through it. So yeah, no, I mean, there's aspects. I think that there's aspects of all these characters that everybody will relate to on one level or another, or whether or not they admit it or are willing to accept that there is a version of all these characters in everybody. I feel like there's days I wake up and I'm like, beautiful Bill. I just shouldn't leave the house on those days. So, but there's been a few days during quarantine where I definitely felt like Bill.
Al, how do you relate to your character?
It's a freedom. It's a freedom. For me, it's like free my emotion. It suppressed my emotion very well because during making this movie, I was suffering from several private issues. So in this movie, I released all my emotion I cannot release in the real life, all into this movie. So I feel, how do you say the word, Olivia? Therapy.
Yeah, therapy. It was very therapeutic.
It's like therapy for me. Yeah.
Cathartic.
So
Oh yeah, cathartic.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the one he wanted, but
It'll work.
I'm always throwing new words at Al.
Okay.
One of the things I like about this movie is, they show the crazy side of people. And I think everybody has a crazy side for sure. So Carson, what do you hope that people take away from your movie?
I hope they leave feeling a sense of joy and that there's something encouraging about, without giving too much away. I feel like Bill, even though he doesn't have a lot of control over his impulses, finds some strength in a very important moment to do that, and that they can, if this character can do that, then maybe I can do it too,
No, I love that. What do you think, Al? What do you hope people take away?
Be yourself. Don't think about all these labels, because sometimes some people's lives are stronger than other people's lives. There's a different personality. We shouldn't, other people, we should not label other people. Also, if people label us, we should not be affected by all these labels. Just be who you are. Yeah. Also with love and compassion.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And Olivia, how about you?
That's the same. I don't know. What Al's saying is really the truth. Like that is what I hope people take away. I hope people feel joy and love and not label anything or anybody. And yeah. I don't know. When I finished watching the movie the first time, I felt crazy afterwards, but I felt my crazy come up, and I wanted to go and do something and just experience the world the way that these characters are experiencing the world. I didn't. I went to bed. I had to wake up early, but I hope that people, have that sense of excitement.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time today, and I cannot wait for more people to see this movie. Thank you.
Right on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tessa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.